they need to and deserve. Now, therefore, I, Chief Charlie, Mayor of the City of Westminster, on behalf of Vice Mayor Ho and Council Member Fan West, Menzo and Wayne do hereby proclaim the month of May 2024 as Mental Health Awareness Month and encourage all members of the community to support each other, seek to utilize resources and raise awareness in mental health advocacy. Now, I would like to invite all the council members to join me at the podium to present the proclamation.
Cái phone này mình cũng xài được khoảng hơn 2 năm rồi, mà hồi nãy mình để ở ngoài, mình quay mấy anh em rồi mình vô trong đây mình lấy mấy cái đồ mà sao gió nó thổi nó ngã, xong bây giờ bể cái mặt kiến này nha, bể cái màn hình này.
We would like to present it to the Public Works as a proclamation, National Public Works Week. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council members. Thank you for this proclamation. This means a lot to us. On behalf of the men and women of the Public Works team, I'm very honored to receive this, and they are dedicated employees who work very hard to maintain the city infrastructure and provide the best services to our community. With this opportunity, I would like to invite everybody to come and attend our third annual open house, Public Works open house on May 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And it's at the Corporation Yard at 14381 Olive Street. It's right at the corner of Olive and Maple. So with this event, the residents will have an opportunity to learn what we do, what type of services that we provide, and to know about this awesome Public Works members right here. But thank you, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council members for your continuous support of Public Works, and we'd like to take this opportunity to thank the men and women that always put themselves out there every day to make the cities better. Thank you.
May 18, right? May 18, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Because the last couple of years, I noticed that not many our people show up to support them. So this year, please invite your family members and your friends, your neighbors to come out. They put up this event for us so that we can learn what they do and they can continue to provide support to the community. So again, thank you for being here with us today.
I just want to say, well, this is how you get them to come, is that you let everybody know there's going to be really great hot dogs, right? So you didn't mention food, but there's going to be plenty of food, and I love their hot dogs. I always love to get together. It's kind of a get together with all Public Works men and women, and thank you so much for your dedication. And ever since we have you on board as the leader of Public Works, we feel that you've accomplished a lot, and thank you so much. And thank you, all of you. Wow. And how many of you all together?
Total full-time and part-time about 75.
Wow. I wish all of you could be here, but maybe we'll see you there on the 18th. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Jake, you have an amazing team. Thank you for all your hard work. They're the one that fixed the potholes, the trees, the streets. They are the man and the woman of the hour. So thank you guys for all you guys do. Keep up the good work.
Thank you for your team, what you do. From what I understand, the Public Works is one of the first departments to get when you get a city started. It's the first ones out there on the boots on the ground to make the city run. So thank you. Thank you for all you do for our community. Thank you.
Yeah.
because it's, we get 2 rows.
Thank you.
Perfect.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Well, according to City Clerk, that we are going to do both at the same time. Proclamation to National Police Week, please come. And also proclamation to Mental Health Awareness Month. Yeah, thanks for all the work you do for us, and congratulations.
I just want to thank the council for their support of the police department, and all of you are very supportive of us. Little things like this do matter to our personnel, and in a time of hate, a lot of it out there, and the things our officers have to see daily, it's nice to get recognized now and then. Our personnel really do need the best for everyone, and are put in just difficult situations that they're required to perform perfectly in every single time. So really appreciate this, and I would like to make one more note that this is one of the few times the police department gets recognition over the fire department.
Talking about the fire department, I always participated into the training that they have last weekend, Saturday at OCFA. I was there for 3 hours, training, doing everything that the firefighter did. But I know that it's just a small scale, but it was great to be there. Thank you again.
So Westminster PD, we just want to say thank you so much for all you guys do. I know that you guys are understaffed, but you guys are working so hard over time. So I hope your policemen and women understand we appreciate all you guys do. And I know that it takes great men and women like you guys running every day into the situation, into the chaos. And you guys risk your life and your reputation to just be in there to keep us safe in the city here. So we just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, there might be a surprise for some of you tonight, that we saw that there are some, the seat arrangement is differently than before. It's due to a request of Councilmember West, and I want to, with privilege as a mayor, I can reassign. I accept her request. I accept her request, and then I want to thank Vice Mayor Hall to agree to switch her seat, even though she's the Vice Mayor, she's supposed to sit right here next to me so that she can continue, she can help me with the meeting. But then she is okay to take one for the team. So thank you very much, Vice Mayor Hall. All right, next is order of communication for agenda item only. Please help me to do my job. This is the time for order of communication for agenda item only. And I will stop you if you are talking out of the non-agenda items. When you come and speak, would you please go ahead and identify the item that you want to speak about? At this time, I would like to ask our city clerk to go ahead and read the instruction into the record, please.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the time of the meeting public may address the City Council regarding any items on the agenda except public hearing items. Members of the public wishing to address public hearing items shall do so at the time of the public hearing. Unless otherwise extended by a majority vote of the City Council, comments shall be limited to 3 minutes per speaker. Any person wishing to address the City Council in person should complete a green speaker slip that is provided at the entrance to the council chambers and submit the card to the city clerk. When your name is called, please step to the podium at that time and state your name and city of residence for the record. Our first speaker is Jody Boyd.
Thank you. My name is Jody Boyd, and I am a 15-year resident of Westminster and District 1. And I'm not here today to criticize, condemn, or complain. That's the gal that left a few years ago. I am here to talk to you today about our warrant register and also weed abatement from the agenda. I've taken a good look at the warrant register, and I am abundantly clear where this money is coming from now that we're close to the end of the fiscal year. We're now spending the money that we took out of our reserves last year to come up with our current fiscal year budget. I also patiently sat through our earlier presentation as we're beginning to talk about our budget for our next fiscal year. And I was very disappointed to see that once again, we're looking at a shortfall and taking money out of reserves. This cannot happen for another fiscal year. Look at the burn rate on the chart. It's proposed that we could potentially take over $11 million over what, the next 5 years? That's the taxpayers' money. We have been making the same mistake year after year, and it has to stop. The people elected each one of you to represent your districts as well as all of the people of Westminster and to solve problems. This is the very big problem that you will solve this year. I also noted the amount of the shortfalls for each fiscal year. It's not a lot. 3.1 million, 2.1 million. Guess what? How many licensed legal cannabis dispensary companies have stood before you with proposals that would bring in those amounts of money? Just from one of them. Imagine if we had a handful. We must begin the conversation. It's not going to be easy, but we have to talk about it. Respected Council Member West, as my representative in District 1, I am asking you, and I will help you, to put an item on the agenda to get this conversation started. At the end of the day, thank you. I'll say weed abatement the other week.
Our next speaker is Tammy Hill.
First, I agree about the cannabis shops. That at least needs to be a conversation. You know, some people don't personally believe in it. If it's going to bring revenue into the city and be a positive thing, then it at least needs to be discussed. The thing I want to talk about is 5.5, the class contract. I do understand some budget issues, but I also have seen a lot of wasteful budget stuff going on with lengthy meetings, special meetings called that they need to be called. Many meetings, I couldn't count how many meetings about flags. I would so much rather see that money going to an animal shelter that we need in the city. I actually nominated WAGs for Small Business of the Year because of all the positive things that they do for the city. They have programs for kids, they have programs for here, they provide jobs, they return stray animals to their homes. There's really nothing but positive things that they do for the city. And I would just hope that this would be a priority to continue that contract with them, because it's not only Westminster, it's also Scan. If they leave the city, what's going to happen with all of the animals? What's going to happen with the programs that the kids love to do? We need to keep them in the city. So if there's other things that need to be cut, meetings need to be cut, put council member comments to 3 minutes. That would cut a lot of time for meetings, because we only have 3 minutes. Things like that, but we need to keep that in our city for all of those reasons. So I hope you vote yes to continue that contract.
Our next speaker is Deborah Mariscal.
Good evening, Deborah Mariscal. I agree with Jody Boyd. So on 3.1 and also 3.4, as we see more and more businesses leaving the city, Sam Ash is the most current one that will be leaving. We've been buying music equipment from there for years because my husband is a professional musician. We have got to find ways to bring business into the city instead of scaring them off. And then we also need to do something to keep WAGs going. I have volunteered there at taking, bottle kittens. We've adopted from there both cats and my current dog, who happens to love the cheap. We need to keep them here for the same exact reason that Tammy just talked about. I volunteered there. We've had fundraisers there. If we're going to spend money any place, it needs to be there. Thank you.
The next speaker is Robert Harrison.
Rồi mình xin phép mình ngưng cái phần này ở đây ha. Rồi mình sẽ trở lại mình phát biểu sau. Mình có quay một cái máy khác, cái máy này mình tạm ngưng cái phần này ở đây. Xin hẹn gặp lại các bạn trong những chương trình tới. Xin thân ái chào tạm biệt.
Bà đi ra bên ngoài và họp báo, bà đưa những tin tức từ những buổi họp của thành phố đến, bà đem ra những cái gì mà chính của CC, bà đưa ra như vậy. Bà có làm đúng không? Bà ngồi trên cái ghế đó, bà phải biết cái luật, đúng không? Bà nói xấu những cái member, bà nói xấu những cái member ở trong này, trong city. Tôi thấy những hành động cư xử của bà trong những buổi họp thật là bất lịch sự, chuyên môn dành nói và nói ác tiếng người khác. Tôi nhớ có một buổi họp mà ông thị trưởng vắng mặt và ông phó thị trưởng Nam Quang điều khiển. Bà đã ngang nhiên chửi những người lên tiếng phản đối bà, mặc cho ông Nam Quang không cho nói. Bà đâu có nể ai đâu. Bà có biết bà là cái gì? Ông thị trưởng đã một vài lần cấm không cho bà nói, vì bà lì lợm, nói ác tiếng người khác, mặc cho ông thị trưởng gõ búa. Rồi bà nói là người ta bịt miệng bà. Đó là tư cách của một nghị viên đó sao? Mà bây giờ bà chỉ trích ông nghị viên Menzo là đừng bịa đặt chuyện và nói láo. Có bằng chứng nào không? Cảm ơn tất cả mọi người. Sorry. Sorry, my fault.
Okay, Councilwoman West, you go on YouTube and talk about info from closed session meetings. You are breaking the law. You know that? You spoke badly about other council members, while I found your behavior in council meetings to be impolite. I remember a meeting when the mayor was absent and Vice Mayor Nam Kwan Wen then conducted the meeting. You blatantly cursed those residents who spoke against you. Even Nam Kwan couldn't control you. You always demand respect, but you don't
respect anyone else, including the mayor. Now you accuse Councilmember Manzo of harassing you. You should not cry wolf and you should not lie.
Our next speaker is Nat Lynn.
Yeah, Lynn.
Thưa Hội đồng thành phố, tôi là Nhật Linh ở địa hạt 3 Westminster. Sau cái cuộc họp của Hội đồng thành phố ngày 3 tháng 5 vừa rồi, tôi rất là phẫn uất khi mà bà nghị Annie Van West, bà bắt tay với ông Ngô Kỷ là một người chuyên bịa chuyện phá rối cộng đồng và cái đám YouTuber thân cận. Bà tổ chức vài cuộc, bà gọi là họp báo, nhưng mà tôi cho rằng cái đó không phải họp báo, bởi vì những người đó không có phải là những người có trình độ để làm
mình phải mang qua bên góc ngoài kia ha, thì có lẽ bên đó chiếu một cái màn hình của mấy người cảnh sát.
Bà muốn gây tiếng xấu cho ông Menzo ở trong cộng đồng Việt Nam. Mỗi cái tháng 11 này là ông Menzo với bà phó thị trưởng Kim Đồ sẽ ứng cử trở lại, theo tôi biết. Bà cũng bôi nhọ và bà kêu gọi những cái người ở trong cộng đồng này, có ai muốn ứng cử ở địa hạt 2, địa hạt 3 liên lạc với bà sẽ support. Bà với Ngô Kỷ support, bà có ý đồ rất là tồi tệ và độc ác. Tôi xem đi xem lại cái clip, ông Menzo rất là đứng đắn đàng hoàng, nhưng mà bà quá đáng. Và tôi cho rằng cái việc mà bà phó thị trưởng Kim Hồ và ông thị trưởng, hai người đưa ra cái đồng đó rất là đúng cái quy chế của Hội đồng thành phố. Không có lý do gì bà đòi tên bà vô. Vì bà muốn nhanh nhưng mà bà đi sai quy trình, sai quy chế của cái Hội đồng thành phố này. Mà bà đi ra làm, bà nói cả cái hội đồng này là hãm hại bà. Và bà focus vô ông Menzo. Tôi cho đó là hành động độc ác. Thêm một điều nữa, chính vì cái cuộc họp đó bà đòi cái văn phòng của thành phố là phải có cái chữ despicable, là khinh bỉ cái hội đồng giám sát của LA, mà một cái văn bản của hội đồng thành phố không thể nào dùng cái tên như vậy, mà cả hội đồng người ta đều không đồng ý. Bà vẫn nói rằng bà muốn go biết đơn go home thì bà nên go home. Đúng. Mà trong khi đó ngày hôm qua bà có 1 phút để phát biểu ở trong hội đồng thành phố LA. Bà có dám nói từ đó không? Bà là một kẻ hèn nhát. Bà chỉ lừa bịp cộng đồng Việt Nam. Tại sao bà có 1 phút phát biểu trong cộng đồng LA bà không nói từ này? Cho nên tôi muốn nói điều này. Bà đừng có làm gây xáo trộn giữa cộng đồng các sắc dân trong thành phố Westminster. Bởi vì theo tôi biết, ông Menzo là người nghị viên duy nhất của cộng đồng người Mễ trong hội đồng thành phố này. Chính bà mới lôi kéo những người Việt Nam bôi nhọ ông Menzo. Bà coi chừng bà tạo nên rối loạn giữa các sắc dân trong thành phố. Xin mời.
My name is Nat Lynn. I want to talk to Councilwoman West's actions from the special meeting last Friday. During the meeting, she kept repeatedly asking the council to change the language of the resolution that announced the County of LA Supervisor's action about the Jane Fonda Day. You want to use the word despicable instead of inappropriate, which no one else in this council supported, which you call your mayor and other council members weak. What a joke. When yesterday you called into LA County Supervisor meeting, you called in and spoke for a minute. You didn't dare use the word despicable. You are just all talk and no action. You are a coward, and for even praising the LA Supervisors, keep doing a good job. Your advisor, Mr. Noki, is a liar who likes to make up story and troublemaker with a loud mouth. I want to condemn your immoral, cruel, and ugly actions towards Council Member Manzo. The mayor and the other council members need to stop her deceitful and fabricated accusations towards everyone else in this council. You are a shameful and an embarrassment to this council and this city.
Our final speaker is Terry Reynolds.
Despicable, immoral, contemptible, reprehensible, abhorrent, heinous, unscrupulous, repulsive, sadistic, deplorable, disrespectful, evil, narcissistic, moronic, worthless, pathological liar, nefarious, wretched, obtuse, all accurate descriptives of the character and actions of Amy Van West. Penal Code 148.5, making a false police report. Civil Code 45, libel, a published false written statement damaging someone's reputation. Civil Code 46, slander, making a false spoken statement damaging a person's reputation. Penal Code 118, perjury, knowingly providing false testimony, all laws purportedly violated by Amy Van West. Amy Van West, aka the narcissistic twatwaffle, filed a bullshit police report against Councilman Manzo last Friday, forcing our police department to conduct an investigation over the weekend. Per the police report, the investigation concluded finding no basis or evidence that Councilman Manzo committed any crime. Eyewitness accounts, including my own, and voluminous video and written evidence support that finding. But West didn't stop there. She held several press conferences in the Vietnamese media, continuing to lie and slander Councilman Manzo. Perhaps the PD needs to investigate Amy's criminal behavior against Councilman Manzo and City Manager Gordon. Amy, you have called me a liar, thief, and bully from the dais. But look in the mirror, biatch. This full-blown narcissistic collapse of yours is truly pathetic. Lashing out at others and fabricating stories that you're a victim? Classic signs. Listen up, Amy. We are compiling voluminous, incriminating evidence against you. And you can mark my words. We will eventually take you down. You can bank on that. Council, this is effing serious. You can't just sit there and do nothing while this woman destroys each and every one of you and our city. You must stand up to the madness. It's time for this council and this community to come together, to take swift, formal, punitive action against this malignant cancer in our city, Amy Van West. Censor Amy Van West. Recall Amy Van West. Censor Amy Van West. Recall Amy Van West. Censor Amy Van West. Recall Amy Van West. This is a plea to this community to wake up and this council. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you all for coming out and voice your opinions. The next items is, I'd like to close oral communication at this time. Next is comment from the City Council agency members. I first want to call for Council Member Amy Van West.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for everyone for coming. Thank you for our staff for working so hard. It is 8:30 p.m. already, and you know, I do hear some of your concerns, and you know, I understand that you know you guys have concerns, but you guys have not looked. I feel like you guys coming out. I am the victim. You guys are carnivals of dropping these people out to basically harass me. And it's thank you, Mr. Mayor, I have the floor. Thank you. So, you know, the other thing that was sent to me today was that I want to bring this to the attention is that, let me read this out for you guys so you guys can see it. Okay, so it was sent to me on Westminster Buzz, News and Community Discussion, urgent. This is a day ago. Urgent breaking news, Amy Fan West fell a bullshit, I'm reading word by word, police report against Carlos Menzo on Friday. An initiate investigation was conducted over the weekend. This community must come out and show their support for Carlos and Christine at Wednesday meeting. This is an opportunity for council members, staff, and public to unite against the cancerous white waffle. And this has been a rough weekend for many of us. I spent solid 48 hours searching for evidence and dealing with this issue, and also the closed session agenda item for City Manager Christine Gordon performance evaluation that she initiated. I was trying to do the right thing to not make this public, hoping Carlos Menzo would receive an official notification that the initial investigation has concluded, finding insufficient, no evidence of wrongdoing on the part of Carlos Menzo, but it seems that may not come today, so screw it. I'm going to going public with it too. Sorry, Chief Darren Lenye, Amy Ingoki made it public yesterday. So basically, this is a day ago. How did Terry Rain on Westminster Buzz know that the conduct investigation was insufficient, no evidence of wrongdoing? I can show proof today. Christine Gordon texts me, FYI, read your email for instruction. Police report is ready for you at 11:21. That she texts me. And then this morning, and I go, thank you, I'm heading over to the Westminster PD at 11:34. So I don't know how it's leaked out. It's my report that I filed, but how did Terry Rain got the information? And I didn't know about it until today at 11 a.m. So this was put yesterday already on Terry Rain website, that the investigation has concluded, finding insufficient, no evidence of wrongdoing in the part of Carlos Menzo. So that's something we have to talk. I want to bring the trust of the community to our Westminster government, the staff, and also the council mayor. But with this, I feel like something has leaked out, and without, I wasn't even informed until today at 11 something of the report. So therefore, there's something wrong. There's something not correct. And I wanted to be investigated. I wanted the public and the city attorney to look into it, because this is not right. How did Terry Rain knows about this report yesterday, a day ago? And I just found out today at 11 a.m. in the morning. That's something I asked the city attorney to investigate. And then also, you know, for the closed session today, I just want to let you know, it says on the 4 o'clock meeting that the council meeting, of course, the litigation, right, of the council. That's number one. Number two is the public employment performance evaluation city manager. So in the email, Christine texted me regarding the Jane Fonda on May 3rd. I asked her to call me that morning at 9:37 a.m. She called, we talked. And then I told her, you know what, I don't see my name on this agenda that was public the night before. I was bummed. I was the one who called for a closed session meeting. And I asked her over the phone call, was I the one that called and initiated that meeting? She said, yes. I go to Charlie. She said, no, you did, Amy. And I go, okay, so if that's the case, why my name is not on this agenda item? And with your recommendation, because I asked you, how can I get this closed session to happen? She said you have to get 3 as a council member. As a mayor, he can call for a special meeting. So for me, I go, okay, fine, I'll call Kennedy and ask her if she can be on this second for me. And then with the advice of the city manager, so the look it won't violate the Brown Act, that she said she recommends she call the mayor. I go absolutely correct. For the look of the Brown Act violation, you should call, as your recommendation, you should call the mayor. So she called the mayor. The mayor, she said she informed the mayor that, yes, Councilwoman asked for this special meeting, and would you be okay? The mayor said yes. And so therefore we have the quorum of 3 for a call for a special meeting. So therefore, I asked her, you know, would you consider putting me on the agenda to make it right? And she said, let me think about it. And then I go, absolutely, think about it. For me, I could have said, you just proved to me that you said I'm the one who called for the special meeting. Why do you have to think about it, right? I have every right to do that. But for me, I do not micromanage my staff. I want them to do the right thing. I want them to have the opportunity to do so. So she said, I'll get back to you. I said, absolutely, not a problem at all. So she texted me at 11:01 a.m. It will be a verbal acknowledgement tonight, which is May 3rd, at the dais that you are in fact initiate the special meeting. I have also agendized myself on May 8th, which is today, the closed session agenda. So all of us and the council member can discuss this situation in detail, is the agenda situation in detail. So on the agenda, a closed session today, Mr. Mayor, public evaluation.
Please, can I stop you for a minute? Because I believe that the city attorney
just want to be careful that we're not saying anything.
I'm not, absolutely.
Absolutely,
Mr. City Attorney, I understand the conflict of interest there. We don't disclose anything that we discuss in the closed session. But what I'm saying is right here, it doesn't line up. If it's really employment, performance, then we do the employment performance proceeding. But we didn't do that today in closed session. And it is misleading for the public to come out thinking that we are going to fire Christine. I like working with Christine. I haven't had a problem. She's been amazing. She has followed through with everything. She's worked hard to keep the staff up and running. And I appreciate that. So what I'm saying is that it come across, employment performance, city manager, is a misleading. Well, we didn't even discuss about that. And I'm no lawyer. I'm no lawyer, but as any lawyer out there see this, can see a misleading with this text message as well. I have also agendized myself on May 8th closed session agenda so that all of us council member can discuss this situation in detail. So I want the public, I want the community to make that decision for yourself. I am here to do what's right, to serve you. I want you guys to trust our government. I want us to continue to do what's right for the people in the city of Westminster. But there are questions that I'm asking, and I think everyone should be. So with that in mind, I know Mother's Day is coming up. On a lighter note, and as a mother myself, 3 boys, I understand there's no blueprint of raising children. And I know that as mothers, we work hard day and night, and we hold our family together. And we are the fortress that our family comes together because we allow our children, we impart wisdom, we impart love, compassion, and caring and respect to one another. So therefore, I appreciate all the mothers out there because I myself am a mother and I understand that. So I want to wish all the mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. And I also want to publicly wish my mom a happy Mother's Day as well, as she teach me what sacrificial means, teach me to be respectful and to always fight for what is right. And so therefore, my mom is a great example to me to be a mother, to be strong, but also she was pregnant, 8 months pregnant. I'm almost done, Mr. Mayor, they finish with Mother's Day. She's 8 months pregnant when she escaped on the fishing boat. She was brave and courageous, and so therefore I will continue to fight for what's right, even though if I'm the only one standing. So thank you so much. God bless you guys. God bless your family, and have a great weekend. Thank you.
All right. I must ask City Attorney because she addressed and she also mentioned that she asked you to investigate. I want to make sure that is it a standing item that you need to look into, or you have any other on that. Also, I would like to see if the city manager have anything to respond, because something that I see is not respond in the way that it is supposed to be. So first for the city attorney.
With respect to the request for investigation, that's something that I will look into, not here publicly, but I will look into that. And if there's something that needs to be done, we'll do that.
City attorney, I don't see our city manager. Do you have anything to say?
I actually have quite a bit to say, sir, but at this time, I'd rather reserve that for closed session, as if we would see about
Thank you
closed
very
session.
much. Next is Council Member Mezzo.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I'd like to make I'm pretty disappointed in the answer from the city attorney. A question that the mayor asked was to address the allegation the way that the closed session item was listed for city manager evaluation. And you didn't do a good job explaining why it was listed that way. So can you please explain to the community why that closed session item is listed the way it is?
Yeah, I didn't understand that to be the question. I thought it was about her request for an investigation. Yeah. She was asking about an investigation.
Okay, well, then I'm asking.
But for your question, yes, I mean, it was listed properly. That's the proper format for having discussions about such things. I don't want to go into the content of it, but that is the proper listing.
And under that listing, what type of items are, why is that listing? What concludes, what criteria does that fall under as far as what that covers?
Well, the council has two employees that is responsible for city attorney and city manager. And so when you list that for evaluation under state law, there's very limited things you can list. For evaluation, that involves basically how is that person performing their duties, and the interaction between the council and that employee. And so that kind of encompasses all kinds of things when you're talking about the city manager. How are they doing their job with respect to the police department, or public works department, all these other things that may come into play in terms of getting the council and city manager relationship in proper order. So it's a very broad category. Evaluation encompasses the entire aspect of what it means for the city manager to do their work.
And does it also include just issues between the city manager and issues she needs to discuss with the council? Is that
yes,
part
because
of that criteria?
Again, as the council's employee or employee that's hired by the council, there's a lot of interaction that needs to take place between them. And so that would be a proper place to discuss how and when and in what manner,
So your
communication happens.
Since you oversaw and approved the agenda item, with your calculation, that was the proper way to list it?
Yes, that was the proper way to list it.
So the issues that Councilmember West brought up are not valid, they're not justified, saying something wrong was done?
Well, there's nothing wrong with respect to the way it was listed and the discussion that took place.
Okay. Thank you for answering that. First, I want to start with thanking our great staff for everybody. This was a total staff effort, team effort from all the departments, police department, public works, all the staff for putting together a beautiful Black April event. It was well attended, well covered, and a very moving event that really hit home with a lot of the community. And we had a lot of veteran presence, American Vietnam veterans and Vietnamese veterans as well. So thank you, staff, again, for another great job putting that together. and I saw that it was even better because we also had an airplane flying overhead and with the banner, so that was beautiful, something we haven't had in the past. We've also had some extra decorations with the banners going across the park that also added. It was really well done, so thank you, and thank you. I'm sure the mayor was helpful in that as well, so thank you, Mayor, for your help on that as well. Next, I want to make sure that we all get out there and thank our mothers and really celebrate our mothers for this Mother's Day weekend. Something that we must do and appreciate them, not just on Mother's Day, but every day, to appreciate them and what they do for us. And wives, I know my wife, she does a lot for me, so thank you. Make sure that we get to well celebrated a weekend, put your feet up and enjoy your family, your family's company. Next, I have to, I mean, I hate this. If you guys know me by now, I hate circuses, I hate drama. That's something that we have a lot of more important things to do here in the community. But I have to, I need to address them. I wasn't out there in the medias or YouTubes or whatever talking about this issue and spreading propaganda because I want to make sure the police department did their job without interference, without being talked about, let them conclude what they got to do. So I'm going to make sure I didn't address anything until that they did their job and it was done. I don't want to be out there slandering anybody and saying that the police department is not didn't do their job, because we know the police department does a great job and they make sure they do everything by the book. As far as that, the issue that Councilmember West brought up about the Facebook, to me it sounds that particular, in this case Ms. Rain, that's her opinion. That's her opinion as far as what she thinks what the outcome would be. And as far as where she got the information, I'm assuming she got that information from Ms. West and the gentleman she was doing all the interviews with. So she's the one that was out there just talking about the issue. So I'm assuming that's where he got the information. Nobody knew what the outcome of the investigation until it was complete. And as she mentioned, we got an email from our city manager informing us that it was concluded. So that's when myself, I went there afterward to get a copy of it myself. And like I said, to those folks who were calling me with their support, in the end, the truth always comes out. So I wasn't worried about it because I know that I didn't do anything wrong. I know in my heart that I didn't do anything wrong. People who know me, I'm pretty sure you know me by now, what kind of person that I am. But I need to just read this because I want to make sure that I covered all the bases. I want to keep it short because I'm not about drama. I don't want this to keep dragging out. This is not good for our community. But it was something that I felt at the time that somebody had to say something. Because this has gone on way too long. So let me just bear with me. Let me read this. Try to get through it real quick. So I wanted to address the events following the special meeting held on Friday, May 3rd, 2024. Those who have attended our meetings or observed them know that Councilmember West has consistently shown disrespect toward the mayor, fellow council members, and residents during council meetings and community events. Unfortunately, this pattern persisted during last Friday's meetings. Councilmember West's relentless pursuit of seeking credit and having her name on agendas that she did not initiate knows no bounds. She continues to disrupt our council meetings, leaving the dais to interact with the public while meetings are still underway. After the meeting adjourned, as I was stepping off the dais, I expressed to Councilmember West that her behavior was disrespectful and did not align with the values instilled by her parents. Contrary to her claim, I neither touched nor blocked her in any way, as she was stationary at the dais while collecting her belongings. My remarks were brief and non-confrontational. I proceeded to the back conference room, retrieved my agenda packet, and promptly left the building. Councilmember West's subsequent email to the city manager, city attorney, and police chief is entirely fabricated and filled with lies. There are witnesses and video evidence to attest to the truth of the events. The conduct displayed by Councilmember West is reprehensible, disgraceful, and unbecoming of an elected official. It is incumbent upon this council to address such behavior promptly. We cannot afford to tolerate this any longer. I urge the mayor and my fellow council members to address this matter without delay. Our focus should be on the city affairs, and we must work collaboratively as a team to propel our city forward. And I know maybe you guys are tired of this, but this keeps sticking to me, and I read it before, but I'm going to read it again anyways. There is no limit to the amount of good you can do if you don't care who gets credit. Now, that was from President Ronald Reagan, and I truly believe that as a council, in order for us to move forward, we cannot be obsessed with who gets credit for what. Our council's success is our staff's success. Our staff's success is our council's success. In the end, the ones that benefit from it is the residents. We must continue to act professionally and respect one another, and for sure respect the residents who voted for us in office. We owe it to all of you to conduct the business of the city, to act professionally up here, and to not continue to make a mockery of this council as Councilmember West continues to do. So please, I ask the mayor and the council, please, we need to address this. This needs to stop. All the evidence that the police department, the police report shows, proves that what actually happened, and is not a bunch of fabricated lies as Councilmember West was out there. Ironically, I heard that Councilmember West had issues with when we had our study session, when we had the SWOT analysis, that somebody, it's anonymous means you don't know who it is. On there, one of the negatives affecting our community was, I forgot exactly how it was worded, but basically it was commotion in the Vietnamese media. And Councilmember West, you just justified this week what whoever wrote that meant, what they were talking about. Getting out there and causing all this undue and very unnecessary drama in a community that's hurting and taking away the focus that we should be concentrating in. So I just want to make sure we put this behind us and move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. I let each council have time to address the problems or the issues that for over the last few days. But I would say that you can make a statement, but please don't discuss about the item because it's not merchandise for the meeting. But you are welcome to state the fact but I don't invite any others to rebut or discuss about it. Deeply good. And now I would like to invite the Vice Mayor.
Gosh, I really didn't plan on speaking about, I tried to forget what happened after that special meeting. But you know, how can one forget? Because it was in the media, and Amy Van West went on YouTube. I received at least three different YouTube from 3 different YouTubers, and I have not had time to watch. And people know me, I'm very, very busy, and I love what I do for the city. I only want to, you know, bring, if I can, you know, do good work here, then, you know, of course I continue, but I feel like what happened really, is number one, what came to mind is just the amount of money that we have spent, starting with a special meeting. I think, you know, the special meeting cost money, and if the special meeting was about the special meeting because it was a necessity, of course we can justify, but the special meeting was all about grandstanding, and it was so clear that it was to bring credit and to grandstand herself. I feel like another thing that comes to mind is my way or the highway, and it has been that way from day one. You know, as I'm kind of quite analytical. I try to, you know, not pay too much attention to a lot of things that may be considered as tantrums. And I try to be the bigger person, all that. But over the last year and a half, I have to say that what I observe are that there are 2 sets of roles. You know, one for Amy Van West, the other for the rest of the council. And it needs to stop. And I think that we need to all look at that and figure out how we're going to put an end to that. Because it is not getting any better. You give someone a yard, she takes a mile, now she's taking thousands of miles. So I have to say, I have to recommend also that we step back and figure out, as adults, no one is going to win. I think it's going to hurt our constituents, our community, if this keeps going. We had a budget session today where we don't even have to see very far into the future, but within the next couple of years and so on, we will be at a deficit. We cannot spend enough time. We don't have enough time in the day to think of what to do to get. I'm sorry.
Can I interrupt you for
yes,
a minute,
I'm sorry.
But we are not going to go into
yeah.
the discussion. If you have anything that you want to state, the fact, go ahead and state.
Thank you.
I believe that Councilmember West is going to actually like this item next meeting already at work.
Yeah, we
okay, so we'll wait
Thank you.
next time.
Thank you very much. So I'd like to, that wasn't a prepared thing that I was going to say, it just prompted by, you know, people to my right and left. So I want to say that since the last meeting, I want to kind of bring you up to speed on what I've been up to. As I said, you know, if we're really concerned, as we all were concerned about the choice of April 30th as a day to honor or call it Jane Fonda Day, we were all very concerned. That was understood. And so I wanted to do something I felt is effective. And besides, you know, speaking to everybody from the dais, I felt that it was important for me to take a trip to LA, and especially to visit the LA County supervisors. And since a special meeting, I just want to read because I prepared something really short. It's last Friday, May 3rd, until now, the public has not been at peace. They've been lied to by a certain council member. I would like to restore the public's trust and normalcy by letting the people know the truth so that they're not continuously lied to, and so that staff could concentrate on doing good things for our city to move forward. Yesterday, Tuesday, May 7th, I went to address the Los Angeles County Supervisors at the Kenneth Kahn Hall of Administration at about 1 o'clock. I departed that morning at about 9 a.m. and got back to the OC at 4 p.m. I was allowed all that for 1 minute of speaking time. So, of course, after doing all that, I really appreciate all of you for coming out and addressing us. You know, every time we have a lot of regulars, especially Terry Raines and in front of me, Ms. Hamill, for coming to address us. It was a quick, of course, it was a very quick speech. As a matter of fact, that was kind of my first time speaking there. I kind of felt like it was a coming home type of event for me. It was important for me to appear in person to convey my personal message to the supervisors, especially to Ms. Janice Hahn, whose father, the late LA supervisor, Kenneth Hahn, who recognized me some years ago when I was in my early 20s. And I did state that I was not there on an official capacity, I was there on a personal capacity. As I said, I was trying to come up with ideas, things that we all can do as an individual, as a council member, we should do if we sincerely want them to change their mind, and not, you know, write things that might provoke them, like using words that from a certain dictionary that may provoke people to not going to change their mind. So I really wanted to let you know that, and I'm always you know, here to try to do good things. I try to put behind what, you know, the past is, you know, bygone be bygone. However, we do need time to, you know, work things out. Thank you so much. And one last thing is Happy Mother's Day to everyone. This weekend I will spend the time going on a train trip with my mother. So it'll be the first time. We wanted to do this a couple weeks ago, but the train was out of commission because of the rain. And so now it's back in operation. So I'm very excited, and Happy Mother's Day to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Wow. First of all, I would like to thank the staff and our PD working tirelessly to put up to make the April 30th event a unsuccessful event. And second thing I want to report to everyone about the trip that I went to Sacramento that I don't have a chance to report last time because I got food poisoning and can't and couldn't attend the city meeting. All right. At the conference up there in Sacramento, we got a very good news that I want to share. I believe that when I watched the city council meeting at home via YouTube, and Vice Mayor Kimberly already said a lot of things about it. But the good news that I want to share is the legislatures up in Sacramento, they are going to work on stricter rules and policy or and laws to prevent soft flipping and a lot more. So I think if they pass the rules or the laws, then our enforcement going to have a lot of tools in your toolbox to keep the city safe. One more thing is I want to talk about the homeless thing. Let me see. Cal City is still working on, still lobbying for the $3 billion budget. Annually to help to resolve the homeless issue, and we still supporting that. At the meeting, they share their ideas about how to resolve the homelessness in their cities. And one of the ideas is they turn the parking lots, the public parking lots, into a place so the homeless people going to park their RV there overnight, because at night, we don't use the parking. So I don't know if that's an option for us. And they came up with a very tiny homes with less money, so the city or counties can help the one with less money to buy it. So we can decrease the homeless population in our cities. So that's what I want to share with you guys. And in regards of the incident that we have the last special meeting, I actually have not had a chance to read the report yet. So I'm not a judge here. I'm not going to talk about it until I read the report from the police, and I think I'm going to save it for our next meeting. Thank you, and you back.
All right, thank you very much, Councilmember Nguyen. Like I said before, I'm going to state the fact, and I hope that with the fact it will die out, or it's not going to be continue to be in issues until the next meeting. But I just want to remind you guys all that after this, we'll have the closed session meeting, and then we'll come back out and adjourn the meeting. Report out and then adjourn the meeting. Special meeting. I understand that Council Member Menzo mentioned the other day we're going to quick walk the items today, which I don't believe so. Because as a mayor, I was having a chance to talk to the city managers, working closely with her. I know that we have that heavy agenda, as you can see today. It's very heavy agenda. And you see that we have, you know that the last meeting, the special meeting, took almost 2 hours. And if we are going to have it into this meeting, it's going to be too long. Now, and we are going to take all night and we were here since 3 o'clock this afternoon. Now, as far as Ms. West, Councilmember West standpoint, I just want to let you know the fact that you have to understand the policy that we have. Even rest assured that I am the one who wants to call this meeting, and I mentioned it last time already, that May 8th is not going to be possible, and May 22nd is too long. And even you call for a special meeting, you can't have your name on it. Even you call for, you have the 3 council agree to this. It's not going to be stated on the staff report. The staff report is you have to take it 2 steps. One step is called for the items. The item has to have the second person to second it in order for staff to come up with the staff report. And you understand the staff report only to have the first and the second. For those people who are calling for a special meeting, the name is not there. My name is there just because I was the second for the item. My name wasn't there because of the special meeting, but I do call for special meeting on that day. So please understand there are 2 separate issues. That way we don't mix up between the 2. I want to thank staff for working hard. I know that there are many things that staff, we put on their plates and they have to carry it with them. And I understand sometimes too much for you, especially for community and development, not community development, but parking recreation. I know that you plan a lot of things for the community here, and I appreciate it for that. Talking about April 30th, I'm working hard, and I have a chance to work with you and your team, and I appreciate that the outcome. Like Councilmember Minister said, it was great that people appreciate your work. And of course, for public works, of course, for PDs and for the ACN and CM. I would like to thank you for all of your effort today. Last, for those of you who still have your mom, please pay attention and celebrate the holidays with them. For me, as for me, I know that when I was sworn in as a council member, my mom was here with me, but she no longer with me at the time, this time. So I don't have a chance to let some of you have, but please take that moment and thanks them for what they do for you, for your life. Well, with that, I would like to recess for closed session. And you are welcome to stay, and we will have to report out and we will adjourn the meeting. So, that's a recess for our closed session.
Can you read the item into the closed session?
Yeah, there's a potential litigation. 49574
Yeah,
it was announced before public comment.
Yes, if we decided now that we would have, but we decided we are actually already drop it in at the beginning, then that's the case. So.
Rồi bây giờ mấy người đã là chuẩn bị sẽ họp vô họp kín, họp mật.
Thằng rể tiền, quay nè thằng rể tiền, nè, quay nè thằng chó nè.
Ê, đừng có mất dậy nha, con khốn nạn.
Thằng khốn nạn, thằng chó đẻ.
Mất dậy. Rồi mình xin mình xin ngưng chương trình ở đây ha. Hẹn gặp lại các bạn trong những chương trình tới. Xin thân ái chào tạm biệt. Dạ vâng, thân ái chào các bạn. Khải đang ở trong Modern Salon của người quen. Ghé lại hôm nay mới có dịp để ghé lên Đây là ở thành phố Orange, ở trên ngay Freeway 55 hay Freeway 55 với đường Lincoln. Quý vị đi ở dưới Little Sài Gòn, đi 22 East. 22 East là đi về hướng đông, gặp 55 North đi về hướng bắc, 55 North đi về hướng bắc. Thì exit đường Lincoln thì quẹo trái xong thì vừa qua đường Tustin thì nó sẽ nằm bên tay trái, là địa chỉ là 1446 Modern Salon, ngay trong khu chợ Vons, có BFA, Bank of America, đằng sau Denny's và Del Taco. Thì Khải giới thiệu cho bạn bè, các bạn nào ở thành phố gọi là Tustin, Orange, kể cả nếu mà Irvine thì thay vì đi xuống Little Sài Gòn thì đi Freeway 55 thì đi học ở UCI rồi thì có thể ghé lại đây là tiệm Modern Salon thì để coi kỷ niệm 25 năm thì có những cái đặc biệt là có massage da đầu, có không có phải là kiểu mà thanh nữ ở Việt Nam, nhưng mà là có xoa bóp đầu, rất là relax, rất là thoải mái. Nếu mà mình đi học, đi làm mệt mỏi thì xoa bóp đầu, tức là khi mà gội đầu thì sẽ có thời gian để mà là xoa bóp, nắng bóp, massage đầu mình, da đầu thì nó sẽ rất là thoải mái. Coi như là nếu mà mình đi làm mệt mỏi, đi học hành cũng căng thẳng thì những cái gọi là nắng bóp da đầu như vậy thì nó rất là làm cho người mình nó thoải mái. Thì đây là cái dịch vụ cũng mặc dù ở Việt Nam thì rất nhiều người làm rồi, nhưng mà Việt Nam thì có thêm vấn đề thanh nữ, vấn đề happy ending. Ở đây nó không phải như vậy, nhưng mà chủ yếu là chỉ là massage đầu thôi. Thành ra quý vị nào muốn thử cái dịch vụ mà coi như là xoa bóp đầu đó, khi mà thay vì gội đầu thì sẽ nhân viên thợ uốn tóc họ sẽ massage mình luôn trong cái thời gian mà gội đầu. Thì cái phần đó là phần massage đầu, thì đó là một cái dịch vụ cũng mới bắt đầu. Thì đây là kỷ niệm 25 năm thì đang còn có những cái dịch vụ mới là họ đang có sẽ có cái dịch vụ này. Rồi Khải cũng đi vòng vòng rồi, chút nữa Khải coi, tại vì tiệm cũng đang có khách bận. Khải coi rồi Khải sẽ coi như là để coi, Khải đi vô tí xíu để xem, coi quý vị xem tiệm. Đây là có dịch vụ hớt tóc, đây là cũng có để thờ thần tài, cũng có cắm nhang đàng hoàng và cũng đang có khách. Và đây là những cái ghế để uống. Và đây là có cái phòng để mà coi như là tổng quốc massage, và coi như là tổng quốc để gội đầu và massage luôn. Nếu mà quý vị nào mà muốn cần cái dịch vụ tổng quốc thì bữa nào Khải sẽ ghé lại để Khải gội đầu dưỡng sinh hả? Nếu vậy chị có thể giới thiệu con đi.
Em có nhiều packet ở gội đầu dưỡng sinh.
Dạ.
Có 4 cái packet. Dùng đá, rồi scalp massage, rồi arm, chân.
Rồi đây là mình có massage toàn thân luôn không, hay là chỉ có gội đầu với massage đầu?
Massage từ facial làm tóc luôn. Tóc. Nói chung là mọi thứ về da.
Ồ, về da nữa.
Dạ. Làm facial rồi scalp massage, rồi tay rồi chân, mấy cái face gel mask rồi. Anh thấu này nè. Juice stone rồi colon. Cái đầy đủ.
Cái này là về làm về massage đầu phải không?
Gội đầu dưỡng sinh đó.
Gội đầu dưỡng sinh, tức là không có phải là cái vấn đề mà thanh nữ rồi này kia mà bậy bạ, mà là để relax đúng không? Để dưỡng sinh là cho người mình nó tinh thần nó thoải mái.
Gội đầu dưỡng sinh cũng relax đó, cho đầu óc đó. Rồi làm tay. Rồi làm chân, nếu nó chọn
rồi đang có cái package, đang có những cái giá gì đặc biệt không?
Nếu như mà người nào first tới á, mà lần đầu tiên tới tiệm em á, thì em bớt cho 20%.
Rồi.
20% trong cái package mà mình
rồi, tức là nếu mà lần đầu đến thì mình sẽ bớt 20%.
Bớt 20% cho trong những cái package nào mình muốn chọn.
Rồi cái này là nếu mà người nào người ta không lại tiệm được thì mình có người đến, nhân viên đến nhà luôn không? Hay là
không, chỉ làm ngoài tiệm thôi.
Làm ngoài tiệm thôi.
Chỉ là làm tiệm thôi, không có đến nhà.
Rồi cái này nếu mà có những cái dịch vụ mà mình mua hồi xưa, anh có những cái chỗ mà họ bán giống như cái
hả?
Cái nguyên cái thẻ làm nhiều lần là gì đó? Có luôn.
Nếu mua thì sẽ có.
Rồi đây em thấy là mình làm móng tay móng chân, nhưng mà có sấy, uống ép sấy rồi nhuộm hết không?
Có đầy đủ. Tóc rồi đầy đủ. Tóc rồi đầy đủ có luôn.
Cho đàn ông luôn, anh thấy khách đàn ông cũng nhiều.
Gọi đầu dưỡng sinh đàn ông đàn bà đều được hết. Tất cả đều được hết. Chứ không phải riêng cho đàn bà. Đàn ông đàn bà đều được hết đó.
Tiệm này mình làm ở đây bao lâu rồi ạ?
25 năm rồi.
25 năm ở đây rồi.
Cái này phần này mình mới áp thêm thôi.
Còn cái đây là dịch vụ mới.
Dịch vụ này mới có.
Mà cái này là mình cũng phải là có cái kỹ thuật đồ riêng biệt, có khóa huấn luyện đàng hoàng chứ không phải là. Rồi, thank you chị Linh. Dạ vâng, đây là cũng co-owner chị Linh, Lina Nguyễn, và Tím thì đang còn cái này là cắt tóc cho nam. Dạ vâng, Khải không có tiền quay mặt của khách, thành ra mình chỉ quay sơ sơ vậy thôi. Còn tóc tai mình cũng đang rất là bù xù, bữa nào thì mình sẽ ghé lại để mình